Hey, Earl Harville of EarlVOX Studio here with today's vocal tip. Students will often ask me, how do you develop your own personal style? And they also ask, who do I think I sound like? And these two questions are connected in terms of the answer that I'm going to give. Often when I hear myself sing, I don't know who I sound like other than me. I know what influences are in there. I know that the influences that really colored my desire to sing and who I learned from and stole little bits from would include, Prince, Luther Vandross, Jeffrey Osborne, Angela Winbush, Shaka Khan, Kenny Lattimore, Stevie Wonder, Tina Marie, and others, right? It's hard for me to tell you what specifically I took from each one of them. But by listening to them ad nauseum and just playing around, seeing what I could copy, I found out what things they had that worked for me individually, right? And the same thing as a keyboard player. As a keyboard player, of course, Prince is a huge influence. Matt Fink and Lisa Coleman of the Revolution, Jimmy Jam and Monty Moyer, Chucky Booker, Patrice Rushen, and many others, right? Again, it's hard for me to pick out what I took from each one of them, but I listened to them so much and tried to imitate what I could and found out what in their thing worked for me. So what I tell my students is, you want to listen to a lot of musicians and steal from them. That's how you develop your individual style. You take little bits from this artist that you like, and this one, 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 and eventually what starts to happen is you kind of create this patchwork. Little bits from each of those who then match with who you are as a person, and you start to come up with this thing that's your distinct individual musical voice. I'm not just talking about singing voice, though that's included too. But again, even as a keyboard player, your musical voice. As a songwriter, I tell them the same thing. They go, how do I develop as a songwriter? You listen to a bunch of songwriters and you steal from them. You steal little things from each one that influences your thing and things that connect with who you are, and they all become part of what your voice is as a songwriter. So you have to study good music. And I don't necessarily mean in a highbrow way that the only thing you can listen to is Mozart and Bach, Bill Evans and all that kind of thing like that. But the music that you like, what connects with you as a person? Study it. Listen to it over and over again. Listen to it as a fan, but then you want to listen to it as a singer or an instrumentalist or a songwriter or a producer, and start kind of seeing what's there that you can pick apart, and you kind of figure out what the little components are that make their thing so great, and certain parts of those things will resonate with you and will become part of who you are. And once you've combined all those little pieces, you get this really original musical quilt, as it were, right? So if you want to get great at what you do, you have to listen to and study great artists. Singers, instrumentalists, writers, producers, arrangers, right? And then you'll start to pick up what things connect to who you are as a person, and that's when you'll develop your own musical voice that is very unique to you. Yeah? Got that? Go listen to some stuff. Go listen. Go study. Bye.